Oh my goodness gracious.
Today provides an experience across all spectrums. This morning we find ourselves cold and lost inside of a jail. After we escape at lunch, we take a shortcut and we end up at a massively popular card shop. And then it happens. At 8 p.m. this evening, we open the door and walk into the most impressive memorabilia collection we've ever seen. And you're coming with us. Hop in, it's time to go chasing.
What is your security system like?
It's like Vegas. To me, I have it anywhere from 10 to 25,000.
Oh,
I'm one of the...
How did we miss this?
Yeah.
The history of sports cards goes back over 100 years. We are on the pursuit to find the biggest and most interesting sports card collections across the United States. Join us as we travel the large interstates and the narrow unpaved roads in our journey to continue chasing cardboard.
We're out here in Mansfield, Ohio, and one of our favorite movies of all time is Shawshank Redemption. The movie was filmed right here. We had to stop and see this place. The movie doesn't do this place justice. This thing is incredible. Backpacks, large purses, tripods, monopods, or ghost hunting equipment. It doesn't say no cameras.
Lord, it's a miracle! Man up and vanished like a fart in the wind.
This is where the warden was. Oh yeah, because they showed that little frame at the end of the movie, that last clip. This is pretty cool. You remember that last scene where he kills himself? He looks down at his wife, and his wife kind of reminds him of the shame of how he treated Andy, which is ironic. So what's interesting, I mean, we're looking at a piece of history from the movie here. This kind of all ties together because tonight we're going to a large memorabilia collection focused around a lot of entertainment stuff. He's got some stuff from Good Will Hunting and a bunch of other movies. So kind of seeing this now is putting me in the right mental state before we see an entertainment collection tonight. Even he's a fan. Are you serious? Oh man. Just feels cold. East cell block, west cell block, both of them built in 1910, 6 rows high. So we're probably 5 stories up. And just, I mean, row after row after row. I'm just thinking about all the lives that just kind of rotted away in here. Kind of puts things in perspective, makes you grateful for what you have and makes you want to focus on doing the right thing. Gotta do it again. It was just incredible because you realize, first off, that people actually lived there. I mean, that people were you know, their jail cells were there, and you see the cold nature of that environment, but how they turned that into such a powerful, you know, movie that has so much significance and kind of our culture. Really neat to see something like that kind of firsthand. So next stop is Indianapolis. We're gonna go see a collection tonight. It's a nighttime showing, but on the way, we're gonna stop into a really popular card shop in Columbus. We're gonna go see Card Collector 2 in his shop. I don't think Ryan's there today, unfortunately, but we're gonna go peek in and see why so many people love his shop and love the way he carries himself. So follow us along, we'll stop in the shop, and then we'll go see a nighttime collection tonight. Okay, so we're here in Grove City, Ohio, a beautiful, quaint little town that has a lot of character, but it also is the home of Card Collector 2, also known as Ryan. Awesome presence on YouTube, and a card shop that I've wanted to go to for a long time. Unfortunately, Ryan can't be here today, but we're gonna go pop in his shop and see what makes it so special. Bum Ryan couldn't make it. You're Brian, by the way.
I am.
Ryan started this shop.
Yes.
Is that true?
So I was a customer before I worked here.
Okay.
So I kind of got back into cards in like into 2017, 2018. I did it big as a kid, like a lot of people. Like, oh, I got some adult money, I can come play. And I was one of Ryan's first customers. So came in and we, just kind of hit it off over the love of, sports and cards. And I started May of 22.
Okay.
We've wanted to work together for a long time, and we finally made it work. So I do a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
But we call it head of operations here. Help price, help with the shop, help with the Whatnot schedule, help with a little bit of everything.
Some people watching this might not know what Whatnot is.
So yeah, Whatnot's is the streaming platform that we sell on. So we do breaks, we do mystery packs.
Live auctions.
Yep, we do live auctions. Just a little bit of everything, you can kind of make of it what you wish.
A lot of folks are curious about the progression of online live auctions, and Whatnot's been at the forefront of that.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you just heard Brian talking about Whatnot and how they're building their community experience around Whatnot for Card Collector 2. We're excited to bring you into the chasing cardboard world with Whatnot as well. Whatnot is a state-of-the-art platform that allows you to participate in live auctions, and a lot of the cards you see from collections on Chasing Cardboard are now being funneled into the Whatnot experience through Chasing Cardboard. Click the link in the upper right-hand corner, or click the link in the show notes and go follow us on Whatnot and enjoy the experience with us.
We focus on being a content company that happens to sell cards. And that's why people know who we are.
Yeah.
So the content comes first. It's how the breaks go. Let's take pictures and get them up. What are we selling? Like, we have a huge following. Got to let people know what you're doing. So that's one thing that we've focused on is content is top priority. Whether it's breaks, whether it's single sales, whether it's new product in shop. We have Ryan's page, obviously, the shop page, TikTok. Just YouTube. It's
a business.
It
is.
is.
Content creation business. Well, you guys do an amazing job. It's cool. It's cool to be here. So props to you guys.
Thank you very much.
He has quality guys like you working for him, so I know it doesn't go unnoticed. But we're gonna go look around, find some stuff to buy.
Awesome.
Cool.
Thanks, buddy.
Charizard Ultra Premium Collection box.
Cool.
There it is. Man, that was fun. It's just fun hanging with guys who just love running a shop. You could just tell the community piece of it, just interacting with people was what they thrive on. They recommended good products. We got to dive into some dollar boxes. I walked out. I feel like I went to Nordstrom's. This is what I walked out with. A whole box of cards. Card Collector 2, Grove City, Ohio. Spectacular experience. There is a modern card shop approach that makes sense. You got this content creation, the content side of the business driving everything else. And Brian mentioned it and said, we're a content creation business that just happens to sell sports cards in a shop. That was a very wise comment. I don't know if he understood how important that is. This day and age, that's what a good card shop needs to start thinking like. So we just pulled into Indianapolis. It is 7:51. This is a late night for us here on the road, but this is how the schedule worked out. We're going to see one of the more unique collections that we've seen. So we're gonna go and check out the multiple rooms in his house and the very eclectic collection. Late night style, this would be good. Okay. Patrick.
Ty,
What's
how
up?
are you, man? Good to see you. What's happening?
Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah, I got a few things here, man. Few things you might enjoy.
Is this a museum or is this a house?
It's kind of a combination of both. It's combination nightclub, museum, office, store, you name it.
Let me just say first off, thank you for having us late at night.
Love
Dark. We're here.
Hey, you made it, man.
Excited.
It's a trek. I'm very excited about it.
Cool.
Good to have you here.
Well, where do we start? What are we doing?
Well, I'd kind of like to show you. So I collect a bunch of different things, but cards obviously being one of them.
Yeah.
But I started back. My sister was a hair and makeup rep in LA, so she sent me a picture of Suzanne Summers.
Okay.
And I got that in the mail, and when I got it, I was just hooked. I'd like to show you part of the collection, then we can look at the cards and just kind of mingle around and
Man.
kind of get your bearings.
Okay, so many times we walk into these collections and I have a little bit of an idea of what I'm going to see, but I have never been as surprised as I am right now.
Okay.
So you want to just kind of walk around a little bit?
Well, yeah, I'll let you do the tour.
Okay, so
I'm gonna
let's
probably
kinda-
get distracted.
Kind of starting here. So basically, this was the end of the house. So when I walked in, I knew I was going to blow these windows out and these two doors to make it when you open the front door.
Okay.
It's like Willy Wonka going into the big room.
Yeah.
So from the outside, you would never think that this space is this big from when you walk in the front door, going all the way back to where John is. So as you come down here, snacks, by the way, boys, if anybody's hungry.
Look at you.
All right, so you take a little step down here, and let me turn that football game down. So you're
do you
basically
Airbnb? Because I'm gonna go ahead.
absolutely Airbnb. Wait till you see the guest room. So you're basically outside now. So that's the chimney from the outside. So you're in the backyard right now.
Okay.
Which
Hold up. This is not an optical illusion. I mean, look at his place. There isn't a bare spot on his wall. I'm warning you now, what you're about to see is going to make every other collection seem pretty boring.
So this is from the Movie Land Wax Museum. That's millions of people have been photographed with him. But I mean, look at his eyes. Look at how just crazy cool that is.
That's pretty cool.
I added this room and then, I cut things out and put cases in.
Yeah.
I take windows out, I move walls around. It's, it's fun, kind of fun just playing the puzzle.
Yeah.
You got to start going up. So that CBS banner, that's from the Colts Super Bowl down in Miami that hung in the end zone. The banner above it is from the movie. Did you ever see Van Wilder? I don't know if you saw Van Wilder.
I did not, no.
But that was one of a couple of my buddies bought National Lampoon. So it was the first movie
Okay.
they did at Lampoon. So it had Tara Reid and Ryan. So it was a pretty good, it was a modest hit. That up there, that's John Belushi's director's chair from Animal House. Chandelier is from the original Batman movie.
You're all over the place. I'm seeing
I am.
the widest range of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you're wearing a Deion Sanders jersey.
Love
What's going on
Colorado.
there?
Well, I
Sports-wise.
I followed Deion. He was a 49er. I'm originally from San Francisco.
Yeah.
So I love the 49ers and the Giants, and
Okay.
I've been through that. But Deion, they all, everybody kept saying, you can't coach here, you can't coach there, and blah, blah, blah. And I just love his attitude. Well-off media, Reach the People media. His kids are running his websites that are just beautiful.
Yeah.
So as we continue, I saw a special on, those are John Hamm's pajamas from Mad Men. Those are Charlie Sheen's suspenders from Wall Street that he actually signed Bud Fox on them. This is actually pretty great. So this, when 9/11 happened, NBC got together with Old Navy and they did one of these pair of pants for each show. So all their hit shows. So Cheers, Frasier, all of them. So this is a cast signed West Wing.
Wow.
So this is a one of a kind, the only one in the world, and all the money went to the Policemen and Firemen's Fund. My Uncle Tony was a driver down in Louisville. That's him with the Stones. Stones loved him. That's him with Keith. Keith's set list. The one room down here on the end's got some sports stuff that's predominantly in there. That's a signed Seinfeld script. A buddy of mine was at NBC, so he gave that to me before that went to auction. Okay, so this is the sports area. So a lot of cool sports stuff in here.
Oh boy.
So this
Federer.
I thought you'd really like. I took this picture at the All-Star game, his rookie year. So that's Larry, Michael, and Dr. J and DJ all on the same bench.
You took it.
I took that.
With your camera?
With my camera. That game was here at the Hoosier Dome. So that's Larry. I got him in a bar to sign that, and that's him at the airport, and these are actually his tickets. So you can see they're Larry Bird, his seats. So you'll never see another 4 of these, and I had the whole thing framed.
Man, that is spectacular.
I just love that. And Michael with hair, I mean, come on. Reggie, game-worn jersey, signed by Reggie. Larry's shoes.
I love Patrick's heart and his passion. You can just tell he is the ultimate collector. Everything he does because he just wants a piece of a specific point in history, a moment in his life. He collects with a purpose. It just flows out of him. It's pretty cool.
Here, look at this. So I tore this out so people could see some cards. So you got the little electric lock, and then you just turn your lights on.
So what's the rhyme and reason in here?
None.
Just whatever you
whatever
like.
I think is cool or looks good, and that my goal is to at some point get this completely full of slabs. So as I get something, which is why I needed some help from you. I was hoping to get some help from you on what ones you think should be slabbed and not, because because most of mine are not.
This is so cool. What's kind of
And then these up here, I
Yeah.
don't know what that company is or whatever. I got those from somewhere, and I don't know if I need to break all those out of there and get them regraded or what, whatever those are. But are those any? I wonder if those are good cards.
Oh man. You got the blue and the green.
And that green is unbelievable. I got to send that back in. They said something about it was tampered. I never touched these cards, even though horrible. Still get them graded.
100%. Yeah, that's all going to be authentic only. Many times collectors think that getting a card graded is all about adding value to the card, but there's so much value in just submitting a card that's meaningful to you, even if you know that it's just to get slabbed and put into a nice SGC tuxedo. With the Williams, Banks, and Mays, I think we're going to need to help Patrick head over to GoSGC.com, submit those cards in a few minutes, and put those bad boys where they belong, in an SGC tuxedo. So are some of these from your collection growing up?
All of these are my collection growing up. This Havlicek, this Maravich, all that stuff. Those up there, that Reggie.
Yeah.
I like that. I love that. The Oscar, the big O one, is just awesome. Pat Riley with the little hair. I look at Riley, that Lou Brock.
So what about the new
I love
stuff?
the big and little Kobe.
You just open boxes?
This
or
stuff,
you buy
yeah, I just buy
random?
packs. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just open them.
Yeah.
And then sometimes if I see something that, is at an auction or something, there might be a charity auction. And if it goes for the right number, I'll just get it. So I'm at a suite at the Colts game. I come out and Drew Brees is standing there. And this is when he was playing at Purdue. I was like, Drew, I said, listen, you mind giving me I'm a collector. You mind signing my thing? He goes, yeah. He goes, there's a couple other people inside the suite you probably want. And so he takes me into the suite. So I got, how about this combination? Brees, Harbaugh, and Landon Turner from IU. I got Landon, Jim, and Drew on this, but look at the signatures. I mean, just unbelievable.
Beautiful.
Those are real signatures. That's before he became a pro. I was like, good luck in the pros. I guess it worked. He did pretty well.
He owes everything to you.
Yeah. And so in here is just one of the guest rooms, but it's got some cool stuff in it. So these, I like through charity auctions getting stuff. I like getting stuff that celebrities own that other celebrities gave to celebrities.
Okay.
So this is Trini Lopez. This is his collection of stuff that he got from the Kennedys. So it's Bobby Kennedy, Ethel Kennedy, and all his stuff, telegrams that he got to him. That is an actual shooting script from Kill Bill signed by Vivica Fox. One, it's a Quentin Tarantino script. Those are rare. He doesn't let those out very often. Two, it's a principal actor in a Tarantino movie.
Okay.
And look at the upper right, see the green stain? That's a tea stain she spilled on the way to China. Filming it. And there's a treatment underneath it. So that is a great piece. That's the hockey mask Van Wilder wore in the movie when Tara Reid was shooting the pucks at him. The boots Timothy Oliphant wore in Justified. Those are the boots that were worn in, Woody Harrelson wore those in the Hunger Games.
Oh, that's cool.
It's a JT autographed with a patch. Finally got his deal. I couldn't believe they waited that long to give it to him.
Right. Okay, so what doesn't he have? He's got clothing, he's got every artifact you can imagine, he's got hats, he's got sports cards, he's got multiple TVs. The guy literally has everything you can imagine from a collector standpoint.
That I know you're gonna love.
Oh boy.
Rookie All-Star.
That's insane. Okay.
Rookie All-Star game. He even wrote first All-Star game. It was a charity auction his rookie year, so whenever that is.
Okay.
But that's
His rookie year was 2011.
yeah, so right around in that area. You see some of his jerseys with his signature on them?
Yeah.
Not with all that extra.
The inscriptions are cool.
The extra. I mean, not only does he say it on the bottom, it's like first All-Star game, exclamation points. I mean, it's,
Taco Fractor cards.
here, have a Taco Bell doll on me. Give it to your kids.
Talking Chihuahua.
Yeah.
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Yeah, that's a collector's item. It's all yours. Robin Williams' contract for Mork and Mindy.
So a lot of times collectors growing up, they're butting heads with their parents because parents are like, "Why are you wasting your money on this stuff?" Sounds like your parents
loved it.
encouraged it.
They are collectors. My mother had she still does it's kind of in our blood, basically.
You can't go to a place in this house without seeing collectibles. You're toasting your bread in the morning and you're looking at collectibles.
I am.
Is there stuff above the toilet?
And you haven't even got to the best part. We haven't gone downstairs yet. Blizzard in '78, I decided to build a card house.
Okay.
takes up my entire floor. Finally, my parents say, you got to get rid of this card house.
Okay.
I do the swan dive right through the card house with full snow angels. I mean, it was just huge. And so that's me before I had to do the final tear down and just literally slid. But if you look in here, it's the big, it's the long basketball and, and I'm just sliding through them, not knowing they're worth anything, just.
Yeah, you're sliding over the Maravich.
How any of them made it through is beyond me. All right, so let's show you downstairs before we look at the cards.
Okay, so we're going to another room. How big is this house? How many rooms are there full of collector's items?
Beatles purse signed by Lennon and McCartney in Liverpool in 1964.
That's not insignificant.
TVs get bigger as you get lower. So I got my own little nightclub here, my own little club. And then over here, as you can see, screen used items. So this is actual Casey Affleck sweatsuit from Good Will Hunting. Great movie.
That's your movie, man.
Double burger. Chuck ahead a double burger. You keep it right up here for you. We'll put you on a program. Every day you come in with your 6 cents, and at the end of the week you get your sandwich.
That's Eminem's sweatshirt from 8 Mile. That is a great piece.
What is your security system like?
It's like Vegas.
Okay.
People are looking at it.
There's so many moments that I've had tonight where I'm forgetting that I'm in an actual house. I feel like I'm in a museum every corner I take.
Kate Hudson's blouse from Almost Famous when she was in the bus and said, you are home. And then if you look up, it's everybody that's either been here, come to see it, party. You guys are going up, don't you worry. You're getting a signature.
So tell me about this then. How have people come here? You know people.
I know people. So they, from clients to friends to parties, obviously a lot of duplicates, so you could follow one girl over here, married, divorced, remarried, new boyfriend, you just kind of follow it around.
I don't want to be on the ceiling there.
No. It's not just that, but it's all the times got Woody Harrelson's suit from the Hunger Games, which is pretty fun. That is pretty great. That's one of Sean Penn's van shoes from Fast Times at Ridgemount High that he gave one to the director and one to his casting agent.
Good Will
Hunting. It's the outfit Matt wore when he was solving the math problem.
So perspective in terms of like value of some of these things, like Matt Damon, janitor suit in Good Will Hunting. What is something like that worth?
To me, I have it anywhere from 10 to 25,000.
Yeah.
Depending on what auction you get it into. I mean, it's hard with these kind of items because there's really not much past. And the past is they were selling so low in the past, and it's like anything else, they've gone way up because now companies are, and production houses are knowing what they have. And you're talking all about one of a kind, there might be other copies, but most of them are one of a kind pieces.
Yeah.
So it's hard to value it, but if you get it into a nice auction, it could get some money. I think the Eminem sweatshirt is a monster. If you get a couple of guys that really want that going back and forth, that's one of the bigger pieces, I would think. A few cards, kid. So all these are cards, all these are cards, all these are cards, all these are cards.
I like boxes that say numbered or autos.
Yes, and good miscellaneous. I got one box in there that I think that's all Kobe's and Jordans.
Okay, so I know Patrick wants to sell a couple things. He's already said to start building up stacks of items. He's got food out on the table for us. The lighting's right. He's got the Mizzou game on the big screen behind me. He knows how to win my heart. He's already moved the needle, probably 20%.
I've got binders like this, the other house I was telling you about, that are all 71, 72.
Just from you collecting as a kid?
As a kid, yeah.
Man, GPK.
Oh, I wanted to ask you about that.
I love garbage.
Will you buy this? Take it off my hands, but I'll tell you something. I did some that one's like the #1 thing.
Yep.
That's like the first one, and that's in here.
Is it all packs or
no? So that's it. Yeah. This goes up to like 80 something, and then this one goes up to. There's a second binder that goes up to like 300, 400 or something.
I really want that Garbage Pail Kid stuff. He pulls it out of his closet and almost knows that I want it and hands it to me. You got series 1 through, I think, series 8. A couple missing cards, but the key cards are there. I've always wanted to own this set. I really want to get the Garbage Pail Kids tonight. Oh, I will 100% buy this from you.
Yeah, I'd love to sell it.
Okay.
Yeah, but make me a deal. Tell me what it's worth and
I don't know what it's worth.
take this one.
Figure it out.
So this one has the Garbage Pail Kids too. All yours.
They're called the Garbage Pail Kids, a parody on Cabbage Patch Dolls, but parents aren't laughing.
He's sitting there with a button in his lap ready to, he blows his head off, and when it comes off, it looks like the atomic bomb. It looks communistic.
I know what you're probably thinking. What is Garbage Pail Kids and why on earth am I buying it? Well, let me give you a brief primer. Topps rolled out Garbage Pail Kids in 1985 as a follow-up to the original satire spoof product known as Wacky Packages. In 1985, the market was ready for a new satire-filled pop culture product. So Topps rode the popularity of the Cabbage Patch Kids and created the parody product called Garbage Pail Kids. After the makers of the Cabbage Patch Kids sued Topps, which led to publicized bans of the cards across households and schools, it led to an overnight sensation. They created 15 series of Garbage Pail Kids, many of them hugely popular even today. And being that this all happened when I was just in my hobby prime as a 3-year-old, I've kind of grown to love them.
So when I was over at the other house, I pulled just these 3. So these 3 were probably 3 of the better ones. And I got you some of these things just in case you want to pull one out and we can put it into here. But so
Let me call my wife and tell her I'm not coming home till
this is all, you know, Ernie Banks from the 70s,
Yeah.
Willie from 70, Bob Gibson. So, you know, there's,
Oh man, you should have all these in top holders.
I know, so I'll end up doing that. But if there's anything special in here that you really like, or the problem is, I don't know if you have enough time to go through it all. But whatever we go through, if there's something that you like and we want to make an offer on, just, you know, I know how the system works. So we can just play it by ear.
The cool thing about this stuff for you is it just seems so personal.
Oh, absolutely. And I still,
these guys mean something.
they do. And I still walk around. I don't take any of this lightly.
Yeah.
I love what, I don't want viewers to think, oh, he just buys things and blah, blah. I carefully buy what I want and enjoy everything I buy.
So what's the one thing that you don't have that you really want?
Oh, there's a huge list of autographs that I don't have. Believe it or not, I don't have an MJ autograph yet because I was looking for the right thing to get.
Okay.
I almost got his, at a charity auction, I almost got his golf bag signed. So I like.
So you want memorabilia prefer?
Yeah, I do.
want a
I
card
do. I do
autograph.
like cards, but I prefer, and I also am kind of eclectic with the bats.
Okay.
So I like baseball bats, but so it's Joe Frazier.
Okay.
Signed bat.
How much do you open? How many? I mean, this is this year, right? Yeah, 23. So you open.
Just whenever I see it, if I'm in a store,
just grab it?
I grab it, yeah. If I'm on the road, I pull over. If I see a box, I go, oh, I love that card. That's a good card.
Yeah. 2 stellar cards in there. Frazier and Jerry West.
That's
They're kind of
good.
good players.
Yeah, they're not bad.
So what do you geek out on when you see cards like this? Autos, players you like.
Autos, players I like, numbered cards, obviously lowered numbered cards. Same thing everybody likes.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm just not really, I love baseball, but I couldn't tell you who I pulled some of the guy who just got in trouble from Tampa Bay.
Oh, Franco?
Yeah, Franco's, which by the way, they'll wash that. That was all a scam. I guarantee it. I guarantee he's back in the league soon, and it was all a scam that he was set up. And I'm not saying that he's not at fault. There's got to be fault there somewhere.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure it's a death sentence.
Shaq's one of those guys who surprises me that he's not worth more. He's
He
a
should
good
be.
personality. He was dominant, obviously.
Oh,
dominant.
no question. Absolute dominant. This I had framed when I mailed it in. I thought it was pretty cool. I always loved that Shaq card, his rookie card.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only way you could get it was to send that in.
Yeah.
This somebody out there in internet land might want to buy. She's kind of hot right now, a little Taylor.
Taylor Swift auto.
Oh, yeah. Come on. Does that need to be graded or what?
I don't know what you do with that.
Yeah, what do you do with that?
As a Kansas City guy, we gotta need to figure out what you want for that.
Hey, yeah, make me an offer, man. Come on.
Oh, man.
Now, they're probably not home runs, but if the whole thing is Kobe and MJ, then, there got to be at least $5 a card or something. Love MJ. Never go wrong with him. No rhyme or reason, man.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah, we're all collectors. I've got 2 brothers, a sister. My mother and father were collectors. They've collected antiques, and we've always just loved having stuff, and we've loved collecting. Collecting is in our blood. It's in my blood. I like the hunt. I love everything that I have, but I also like the thrill of what's going to be next. I think that's every collector's bug.
Talk me through the process of managing money when building a collection like this, because somebody's going to see this and go, okay, I'm not independently wealthy. I can't build a collection like this. What's your advice to someone like that to say, start doing this?
Yeah, just buy in your means. You're looking at 40 plus years of collecting here.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it didn't happen overnight. It takes time. You got to look for deals. You got to, collect what you want, be passionate about what you want.
Okay.
And then, if like we discussed earlier, if our fathers, mine or yours, mine would obviously be older than yours, but if my dad would have did this, and because you never know what's going to be worth something into the future, not doing it just for monetary reasons, but if he would have went out and bought all the 50s tops sets and put them in a box somewhere like I'm doing, I probably have 100 bins of stuff at I have another location of my family house, and there's all kinds of stuff in there. You sense and see passion from other people that you kind of try to have for yourself. I've built this kind of house/museum so people can come see it, and it was just an honor having you guys here, for sure. You got to come see what guards my car. So I get a call from a guy at Disney who's from the Chronicles of Narnia. So he says, I think it's a model of a bear. So I hear the beep, 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 and it's a truck. And he was like, hey, I got a bear for you. I was like, a bear? What are you doing? He goes, yeah, are you a warlock or something? I said, no, I'm not doing it. So it's actually a bear.
It's an actual bear.
Yeah. Guards my car.
What?
It's one of the frozen bears from the Chronicles of Narnia. Remember when the little princess was in and they froze all the animals? This is one of the actual bears from the movie.
So what Patrick has done is he has put a curse on me by putting all of these binders and all of these books and these toolboxes.
I think that some of them are, yes.
And he said, hey, buy it all, but I cannot buy it all because we're too far away from home. So I'm trying to, as quick as I can, pull out the stuff that I know that I want to buy.
Pistol Pete Maravich.
A Schick? That's interesting.
Yeah, I think it's from the All-Star game.
Deep at the root of almost every collector is this desire to chase, and Patrick is that way. He's not buying cards to flip to make the next few bucks. He's buying things because he just likes chasing. That is definitely evident as you pull cards out and you realize he's not doing this to make the next buck.
Jackie Robinson, Bird. How about a Reggie Jackson, only of 9?
Yeah,
should get that graded, right? Only an autograph, Mickey and Willie Mays.
Hold that thought. We aren't going to let him slide that easy because we're going to get back to that Mantle Maze auto here in a minute. But this Mantle Maze auto has the potential to be really special. I mean, take a close look. What do you think? Are those real autographs? Either way, I'm going to find a way to get this authenticated for Patrick.
I'm forcing Patrick to pull out cards now. I don't even know what time it is. I feel like it's midnight. What time is it?
I'm a night owl, man. We can go all night with this. I got plenty of rooms. Let's go.
See, I bet he wrote this on here before I even showed up. He put miscellaneous good and autos because he knew.
Yeah, but then you're not necessarily, this could be old boxes. I don't know what we...
Uh-oh, that's a good sign.
Junior.
Come here, Junior.
Go over there and see what's going on. Come on. When I was a kid, my brothers had cards, and then I fell into the hobby. Originally from San Francisco, so a big Giant fan. And so we would collect the Willie Mazes and go through all that and build the card houses and do everything kids did with cards. And, once you have them, and as it got to be more in the years that followed, the specialty cards were coming out. So I got back into the hobby, and cards are always fun to collect. You gotta collect cards. Brady is just good, man. It's hard to, I don't argue with guys that do their job that well. I would still take Montana in a last second drive if it was me, but Brady is pretty good.
Okay, so that's 20. Okay, so we're at 100 there. Oh!
I'm one of the.
How did we miss this?
Yeah, how are you gonna walk by that, man? That's one of the first. That's one of the first 100. That's hopefully you're not reprinting a bunch of these. That's out of the first batch, man.
Okay, that is pretty cool. Our hat framed on his wall. No one else has done that so far. Patrick is setting the bar so high. That's pretty special, man. I appreciate you doing that.
No worries, man. The minute you put them on sale, I was like, I'm definitely getting one of these.
What are we doing here, Patrick? What are you taking off your wall?
Oh, come on, one of the original ones. I wouldn't let you guys down. I saw those go up there, so they better have gobbled those up quick. Oh, I almost ran out of time. I'm 87. I'm not even down on the bottom. That's one of the last ones.
Okay, so some of the stuff I'm interested in, Garbage Pail Kids, original print run. I've always geeked out with this stuff. Series 1, some of them are complete, some of them are missing cards, but he's got the key cards like the Atom Bomb and the Nasty Nick, and he's a collector, so he has the packs and everything else that just make this really neat. I'm gonna try to snag these books here, just a random mix of vintage that are his cards as a kid. And these are great stuff for the store. And so we're gonna see if we can negotiate and get all these in there. We pulled out a couple cards that meant a lot to him. So we're gonna let him keep those. And then just a stack of just kind of obscure stuff. You know, refractors. The only thing graded was these Brady's that he pulled out. You know, some of them are commons and some of them are just cool refractors and stuff that'll go for $5, $7, $15. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to offer somewhere around $1,700 for everything, and then see where we can go from there. But I think we're pretty close on numbers here. The GPK is the stuff I don't know about because there could be sentimental value. But I think for the most part, you know, $650 to $750 is probably the right range for that whole set. So I pull out a stack. We went through a lot of stuff. Some of this is like, I just love it. It's not super valuable, but I love it. Some of it's $20, $30 cards.
Yeah,
and I just stacked it up.
What I want.
So I pulled 2 stacks out. Matt wants these.
Yes.
And I want your GPK.
Yep.
So you want to I can break down each of them.
Yeah, go ahead. We'll break them down. Do your breakdown.
So I think for the sets, they're almost complete.
Yes.
I'm at $650 for all of them. You can get a complete set for about $800.
I think there were extras on that, but I would go $750 on that. But let's see. Let's keep going. Keep going.
$650 on that. I'm at $700 for this stack. The Brady's, I thought we were going to swing it higher, but the Brady's aren't as valuable as I thought they were going to be. So you're at about $260 on the Brady's, and I was at $500 for all these. So I mean, and we can go through them if you want, but this is barely accurate.
No, I got it.
So, I mean, okay, so we're there, and then for Matt's stuff, $550 for 3 binders.
Do $2,000 cash and take it all.
Deal.
Got it.
Okay. Oh, and I do want to say this. I want to take this and grade it for you.
You got it.
And I want to take your balls and grade them for you. It's the same order.
Yeah.
I'll submit them. I'll just give you a call and say, hey, look.
Yeah.
Authentic or not, if they're authentic, I'll send them back to you. Or you'll say, hey.
Or I'll say,
sell
we'll
them.
buy them. Yeah. Perfect.
Deal?
Yeah.
Sweet.
And tell Raleigh we said hello. 1980s. Raleigh, good to see you. These are absolutely.
So that is what is that?
We said this was the Giants, the 59 Giants from what the guy said.
Yep.
And these are A's for sure, because I looked at the A's on these. And
the Scott Raleigh fingers.
You could probably run that by Raleigh and have him look at. But
yeah,
these came from a guy that was a ticket broker in LA and was big ticket broker. So I'm firmly confident on those.
Okay.
This I got at a show, late 70s, early 80s. This was before they were doing forgeries and all that. So I would bet that that's the real McCoy. But I trust whatever you guys are going to say. But
we've pulled the audience kind of live while we're here, and our crews kind of said, "Hey, that's a Giants ball. That's an athletic." Yeah. They're confirming what we know about the ball.
That's right.
We're 50-50 split on this.
Yeah, I'm absolutely telling you that I did not have Mickey Mantle sign that. That is not. Totally. It wasn't around them.
Bought it at a show.
They were doing shows. They were doing shows.
Yeah.
And the guy got it from. I mean, I can usually sense things like that. I don't think it was a fake, but I've been bamboozled. We'll check
get them authenticated. And
before you go, my friend, a little gift. There's a book I wrote about the collection. Yeah, it's big. It'll way down your van.
Can you autograph this?
You can.
You already did.
Absolutely.
Can you at least write "Keep Chasing"?
I can.
How about
And that's also got pictures and some stories about the collecting and all that stuff. If anybody wants it, Amazon, kid. You'll pay a little penny for it, but it's based on weight.
we ended the night on a $2,000 agreement for the stacks of cards, the Garbage Pail Kids, and 3 binders that are going to end up in our eBay store. I think it was a fair deal all around. I might have paid a premium on the stack of cards, but ultimately, you know, it was one of those things where I wanted to make sure he felt really good. He treated us so right tonight. And this is one of those nights that not only was it just fun buying some cool stuff, but this is a night I'm going to remember for a long time. Hanging with a guy like Patrick is a one-of-a-kind experience, and I'm glad you got to go on it with us.